Okay, so with being creative with singing, it's kind of difficult to figure out how to be creative with singing. Like, you can go to a choir, you can hear the musical notes, and you can hear the music and stuff that's going on, and you're told this is exactly what you have to do with singing. And there is some good aspects about viewing it in that way, whereas this is what it is, and there's a lot of practice that goes into that. But a lot of the times when you go there to a choir, they have you sing in a certain way and they don't want you to sing in any other way. And when you're being creative with singing, this you cannot absolutely not do, because this is what you absolutely cannot do, because being creative with singing is all about losing the original path that you're going on and going to another path that is relational and sounds good to it. So, like, if there's theory behind it, and I had no idea what the theory was before I started singing other patterns of music before I started singing it, but you have to kind of forget the notes, is what I did. But with writing it and getting a copyright of it, you have to be able to write it and be able to put it down on paper, and that takes a little bit more brain power. But depending who you are. Okay, but what I learned in music theory, there are modes. There is A, B, the notes. First of all, there's the notes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now, I just said them to you with no tones for them. Okay, but they all have different tones, and here they are. Okay, so basically what I've learned in choir and from piano teachers, this is what it is. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So now you're back to A. A keyboard or a piano. Piano is the original instrument for music. And, well, that I don't know. No, in Egypt, in the year 4,501 BC, or I think it's BC, it doesn't necessarily say BC, but to 4,000, they played harps and lyres. Hold on, let me get... Don't shall be left on another. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Tabitha! No! Save yourself from this absurdity! Okay. Please don't be a camera hog. Okay, we shall look at this together.
What's the banana smash thing?
This is stuff we're learning in history.
Okay.
Just now. Aha! Okay. 4,000 to 3,501 new harps and flutes played in Egypt. That is the earliest in this timetables of history. It's backwards. Timetables of history.
Where's the snack?
It is under attack. In when it was taken aback from its land of Albuquerque. Okay. Ouch. So, a piano has.
Banana.
Let's go over here. Okay. Das ist a piano. Whoops. Let's get a good view. This is a piano keyboard, and my sister's. Thievery! This shall not go undetected in any sense of the means of the way. Okay.
So you're talking about a piano?
Yes, this is a piano, and I'm sitting on the world. Okay.
Of course.
This is a piano.
I'm a piano? Nice.
If you become immersed in piano things for a long time, yes, you are a piano. But on a piano, this has 7 different octaves, plus 3 keys, I think. Sorry. Okay. Let's count them. Here, would you like to count them while I position the camera? Okay. An octave is from C
1, 2, 3, 4.
to G. That is 5 keys. 7 different tones, I think. Or, hold on. 1, 2. Okay. But this piano keyboard goes by this rule. Go from A
52 keys.
to A. Oh my goodness gracious. How did you do that so quickly? Okay. So let's actually get a better view because this is terrible. Alright. So A. That's low A. This key. At the end is low A.
That's low A.
Low A. Mom will be fumused. Fumanized. Okay. So this keyboard from A to A, all the way. Going backing up, and we gotta save the day here. We gotta save the day. Okay. From A to A, 1 octave. That is 1 octave from A to A is 1 octave. Now, an entire keyboard is a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus it ended on A, and it goes to C at the end. So it is 7 octaves and 2 keys. I was 1 key off. Okay, so our keyboard is actually out of tune right now. So I'm going to have to sing for you the notes. And excuse my perfect pitch. Okay. So it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Now, I just did the middle of the keyboard. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. This note is off. It's honky tonky. But, so basically, that is the entire, let's see. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 things called semitones, which is a half step between, or is a half step from one note to the other. There are 12 semitones in the middle octave, in an octave of notes. And what we did was the middle octave, which is the most common octave that you can do of the notes. And what people will do is they will take these different notes, one of the different notes. So remember how they were called by different names, by names of the letters of the alphabet. Well, there is a different mode for each note. And yes, a mode is a setting in music that sounds a certain way. And a mode is like if you start on A and go to the A of the next octave, there are notes in between there that harmonize with A that they will make up a song if you put them in the right way. So, arise and seize the day. Anyway, there are different names for each of the notes. So, now you can see my eyes. Hello. So, A is called Aeolian mode. B is called, I think it's Locridian or Maxillidian mode. Those ones are confused and they're like liquid in my brain. But C is called C major, I think. And then D is called Dorian. And these, okay. Then there's E. I think E is Locridian. Some of the stuff you can look online. So there's this really cool site called Coursera that I've been watching the videos from, and it was like months ago, but the site basically has a better definition and teaching of the way to sound music and stuff. This is just what I'm going to tell you right now, because it's awesome, and it should be something that you shouldn't have a hard time with, because I think it has medical aspects to it. But anyway, E. Then there's F. I think it's like Phrygian mode or something. And then G. I think E is Maxillidian and G is the end. It is grass, and it is good. It is good grass. Anyway, so when you are singing, you usually sing in a note. You start with a note, and then you go to one that sounds similar to that note, and then you go to another one that sounds similar, that's harmonized either with the last note you sang or the note before it that you sang. And then you go down back to the original note, and I think this is called bringing it home to the tonic. And the note that you usually go back to is usually the name of the mode that you're singing in. So if you're singing from A, so A, so A. Hold on, that was terrible. Or you could go down. There's that too. You can go all over the place, but the one that you go back to is usually the name of the mode that you're singing in. Anyway, this video is going on a very long. So anyway, basically when you go around to the different notes, and then go back to that one, that is the note that you are singing. But with music, you can go from one note as being the tonic to another note as being the tonic. And this is extremely fun, but this also makes the flavor of the song a little nicer, because otherwise it gets stuck on that one. You're just like, cancer! It's not nice at all. So, you want to be able to move to another one and stop. Key. Know when to stop. Just stop. Anyway, speaking of stopping, I hope your life is popping. Anyway, auf Wiedersehen.